little buddy. We got some comida. Oh no, don't go anywhere, buddy. Don't worry, we got your back.
Okay, buddy.
All the madness non-stop.
Oh, he just got shooed away.
Let's go help him.
Let's go. It's okay. Aww.
Aww. Hey, little guy. Can I pet you?
I love you.
Oh, Bodhi's getting some sniffs. No problemas up in aquí.
He's shaking. He's like vibrating. Alright, Bodhi approved.
Yeah, good boy. Does he look like he's enjoying it now?
Now he does.
He's like, okay, hold on. What's going on here? He's like, this started off like Get good hands, okay?
We'll be back very soon.
Good boy. Oh, look at this dog.
Oh my gosh.
He said, I'm so sleepy, I can't hold my tongue.
Tick tick vibes.
Tio, huh? This is, it's all up from here, little buddy. You know, it's probably pretty rough. Oh, Mr. Watermelon. Aw, he's just like Cappy. He's like, I need to go underneath the truck.
Bodhi, you've been laying there. This has to be one of the best sunsets I have ever seen in my life. Tia, this is all for you. Oh my, look. There you go, little buddy. You know, you're never gonna have to go look for food again. I'll bring it right to you in bed. Yeah, how's that sound? Just like a king.
Aww. Good boy, Tio.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah, Bodhi! Gee. Hey, Tio! about to get an epic transformation, buddy. You're gonna feel so good.
Woohoo!
Oh, look at that. It's just so thick. Bye, Theo. That's a very good boy. We love you.
Mr. Tio. Tio, Tio.
Oh my gosh, that run!
Good boy. He's like, this guy makes me feel younger.
Tio's about to go for his first paddle. Let's go, buddy. Oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy. Oh, you're so strong. Hi, Bix. Go, Tio. Yeah. Come on. Go, doggies!
He actually got a lot of sand on the mouth. Hey!
Aww.
Yeah! That's the best pilot dog I've ever seen.
That's so cute.
Had a big sandburn for the Tio.
He jumped a little too early.
I think he got caught on his big ass.
You don't snore, right? Yeah, you got dog.
What the heck?
Hey, buddy, you don't even have a tail wag.
No. Little blue